What's up everyone, Jay here with LMR.com. Today we'll be covering the heater core removal and installation for all 2001 to 2004 GT applications. Since we have the majority of the interior pulled out, we capitalized on this opportunity to go ahead and change out the heater core. Since this car has 180,000 miles on it now, we chose to do a little preventative maintenance here and put the new heater core in. I know that all of you will not be in the same position as us, but the install will be pretty straightforward. Let's head over to this car and see what's all involved. As I mentioned before, we have a majority of the interior already out of this Mustang. Don't worry about the other interior items. We have the links in the description below to show you how all of this is done. We do want to note these heater core designs are almost identical. Your 94 to 2000 will differ from the 01 to 04 models on the hose connections and the heater core design. Start by locating and removing both of the heater core hoses. Start with the inner hose closest to the engine. This will be held in place by a quick disconnect on the heater core side and a hose clamp on the engine side. The other hose was held in place by two clamps. Remove these and set aside. Now you can locate the AC accumulator bracket. This will be held in by three 10mm nuts. Start with the clamp around the accumulator. On the back side underneath the accumulator will be the second nut, and the third is located underneath the heater hoses. Slide the bracket out of the way. Going back in the car, we can address the HVAC case. This does not have to be fully removed from the car. Since we removed the AC accumulator bracket, this will allow you just enough room to access the panel holding the heater core in place. Start by locating all of the HVAC case bolts and remove these from the car. Once you have the case free, gently pry back on the case to gain access to the heater core panel. This panel will be held in place by four 8mm screws. We had to peel back the sound deadening material on the top edge to get access to all of these bolts. Try to be as careful as possible here so you do not damage this material, since you will need to reuse this. Now remove all of the four bolts holding the lid into the case. Hold the sound deadening material out of place and separate the lid from the case and fully remove this. Now you can see the heater core. Lift this out and discard. Going back in with the new heater core will be just as easy as the old one came out. Take your time here though, so you do not damage any of the fins on the new core. Once you have this one set, reinstall the lid and bolt the HVAC case back up. Reinstall the AC accumulator bracket. Reconnect both the hoses in the engine bay area. Now you can reinstall the dash, console, and seats. Reconnect the battery. Start the car and top off any fluids and check for leaks. Alright everyone, this one is really not a bad job to do. I would highly recommend setting aside a full day though, especially if you have never done anything like this before. You will need a good assortment of tools and mechanical knowledge. As with any project of this nature, taking your time here is key. Do not rush and make sure you take detailed notes of all your electrical connections, vacuum lines, and all of your hardware. These larger jobs can be very stressful, but you can save yourself a ton of time and money here by doing this yourself. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with any new projects we release like this one. As always, keep it here with the real Mustang enthusiasts at LMR.com.